Lovely. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed that case study. There's a lot of bad customer service that was happening there. If they ever got anywhere near a 4 or a 5, I'd be very surprised. But it is so important to be able to see that in a different company. So obviously, United Automation has a lot of work to do, but sometimes we've got to self-reflect and see how well we are doing. So we need to look at our own business and somehow see it from our customer's point of view, put ourselves in their shoes, and see how well we are giving them customer service. Then we need to walk into our division or into our teams and take a look at how we are doing in terms of our own customer service. It's very important to do both of those things so that we might be able to better serve the customer. All right, so there's a couple of tasks that are coming up now. Now that you've got through ACE Technologies and United Automation, you're going to really take a look at the theory behind customer service. So you have got 3 sections to read. Okay, so it's value in the customer service, what the customer wants, all right, and then being able to measure customer services. Once you've completed all of that, you're going to do the value test on what do customers want. So let's take a look in our workbook at those sections. Okay, let's go to value in the customer service. So straight after ACE Technologies, value in the customer service, and I want you to take a special note of this diagram. 30% of what we charge for, pretty much 30% of the value that we give our clients is the actual physical product or service that we give. 70% is other things. So it's things like getting it to them at the right time, good customer follow up, communicating, being available, um, putting pretty packaging together, the status that they feel when they have our product. All of those little things actually make up 70% of the value that we are giving to our customers. Only 30% is through the actual physical product itself. So the core is 30% of perceived value, and your surrounds is 70%. And so you've got to continuously make sure that that surround is being filled up with real quality. So what is the surround? Well, it's things like reliability, responsiveness, competence, access to someone. So, in other words, people shouldn't be phoning and not getting hold of someone or the right person at the right time. So, how accessible are we? Courtesy. When people engage with our company, do they feel like we're friendly, engaging, that we want to help them? Communication, to make sure that we have certain periods where if someone phones in or someone emails in, that we respond very timeously. Credibility. So if anything happens in our business that breaks the credibility, it's very difficult to get that trust back with the client. Security, to make sure that our products aren't shorting out that could harm them. We need to make sure that they are looked after. Understanding and knowing the customer, so you know why they want certain things, you understand what they're looking for, and you make sure that that is communicated properly to your customers. And then things like tangibles, things like the evidence of service, such as a physical facility. I always think that there's very little credibility if you are operating out of the back of a garage. But if you have offices and you have a place where people can come and see your products, that they feel a lot more sort of at ease with what you are going to give them. So certain tangibles are very important. The appearance of personnel, if they're all wearing the same thing and they're smart, well, it starts to add more value to the product that you're giving them. Okay, so that is the value that you are giving. All right. Then once you have read through this section, you're going to go to what customers want. And again, if you want to create value for money, it's not just price, it's not just quality, it's not just service. Sometimes it's social recognition. So, people aren't paying thousands and thousands of rand for Prada shoes just because it's a nice, good product, but because it makes people feel better than what they are. And that's why you pay what you pay for Prada. Then innovation, is it on cutting edge? Is it giving us things that no one else has? How innovative is your product? And then reliability. Is it going to last 2 months and then break down, or do you know that it's going to last forever? Something about Toyota that has always been something that allows them to charge extra is because they believe that they are more reliable, and the customer feeling is that they are more reliable than your Citroens and your Renaults. That means that they can price higher. So all of these things make up what they believe is value for money. All right, then measuring customer service. We always say you get what you measure. If you are measuring customer service, you will get good customer service. And so, are you being measured on your customer service? And if you take a look at what you are doing, do you get feedback constantly? Are you able to tangibly know if you are doing a good job and your customer feels looked after? And so we need to constantly be able to measure customer service. And over here, they'll give you some ideas of how you are able to measure your own customer service. Then the last thing that you're going to do in this section is you're going to do the value test on what do customers want. All right, so that's going to be the last task. You're going to read through those 3 different sections, and then you're going to actually complete the value test. What do customers want? So once you've done that, then we'll go back to the next video.